ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by saying this life doesn't care about your plans. It doesn't care about your comfort zone. It doesn't care about the dreams you hold dear or the goals you've set. Life is tough. It's going to test you, challenge you, and make you question everything you've believed in. But here's the thing, and you need to hear this: you are stronger than you think. Mental strength is not something you're born with. It's not some gift that's handed down to you by fate. It's something you build day by day, choice by choice, moment by moment. It's about how you respond to the storms in your life, how you get back up when life knocks you down, and how you keep moving forward when the path ahead seems impossible. Let me tell you a secret: strength doesn't come from what you can do. Strength comes from what you've been through. It comes from the battles you've fought and the scars you've earned. It comes from choosing to rise after every fall, even when it feels like the world is trying to hold you down. Mental strength is about having the grit to keep going, even when you're tired, even when you're unsure, even when you feel like you don't have anything left to give. It's about standing tall in the face of adversity and saying, "I'm not going to break." It's about mastering your mind, not letting fear, doubt, or negativity control your actions. You control your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions. But here's where most people miss the point: it's not about being tough 100% of the time. You're going to have bad days. You're going to fail. You're going to make mistakes. And that's okay. True mental strength isn't about being perfect. It's about being resilient. It's about getting back up when life knocks you down. It's about finding the strength to keep going when everything inside you wants to quit. One of the most important steps to becoming mentally strong is accepting that pain is a part of life. We all go through it, and yes, it hurts. But that pain, it's shaping you. It's teaching you lessons that you can't learn from comfort and ease. So instead of running from it, embrace it. Learn from it. Grow from it. But just as important as embracing pain is learning how to control your mind. You see, what separates the mentally strong from the mentally weak isn't what happens to them, but how they respond to what happens to them. We can't always control the circumstances, but we can control our reactions. The moment you start controlling your reactions, you begin to control your destiny. The key to mental strength is the ability to take responsibility. You're in control of your life. You're in control of your emotions, your attitude, and your actions. Life is going to hand you challenges. That's a guarantee. But you have the choice of how you're going to face them. Will you be the one who stands tall, or will you be the one who shrinks back? The secret, my friends, is simple: mental strength isn't about being unbreakable. It's about being unshakable. It's about being someone who, no matter what comes their way, they don't stay down, they don't quit, they don't give in, they rise. So, if you want to be mentally strong, here's what I want you to do: start showing up for yourself. Show up when you're tired. Show up when you don't feel like it. Show up when everyone else is giving up. Don't wait for motivation, because motivation is fleeting. Discipline will carry you when motivation leaves. But above all, understand this: mental strength is a process. It's not built in a day. It's built in the small moments, in the decisions you make when no one's looking. It's built by pushing yourself past your limits, by refusing to accept mediocrity, by chasing greatness. The journey will be tough. But if you can hold on to that inner strength, if you can learn to fight the battles within, you will become the person who can conquer anything that life throws at you. The secret to becoming mentally strong is simple: never stop fighting, never stop growing, and never stop believing in the power you have within. Mental strength is not something you're born with. It is something you develop through experience, perseverance, and embracing adversity. In fact, one of the most powerful ways to build mental strength is to embrace adversity as fuel for growth. Life isn't always easy, and we often face difficult challenges that seem insurmountable. But instead of avoiding or running from adversity, it is crucial to recognize that it plays a central role in shaping who we become. Each challenge we face provides an opportunity for personal development, resilience, and strength. When life pushes you to the edge, when it feels like everything is crumbling around you, that's when the opportunity for growth is at its peak. It's in those tough moments that you find out what you're truly made of. We often hear the saying that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and while it may sound cliche, it holds a deep truth. The struggles we go through shape our character and fortify our mental resilience. The key is in how we choose to respond to these challenges. Rather than viewing adversity as a roadblock, you must see it as a stepping stone toward becoming stronger. It's not the difficulty of the situation that defines you, it's your ability to face it head on, learn from it, and push through it. The most mentally strong individuals are those who have faced hardship, adversity, and failure, yet they continue to rise and keep moving forward. These individuals understand that their struggles are not the end of their story, but rather a critical part of their journey. Adversity teaches us how to be resourceful and adaptable. When faced with unexpected obstacles, you are forced to find creative solutions, often outside of your comfort zone. You learn to adapt to changing circumstances, make decisions under pressure, and keep your emotions in check. Every setback becomes a lesson, and each lesson is an opportunity for personal evolution. The more you face adversity, the better you become at navigating life's inevitable challenges. Another powerful lesson that adversity brings is the realization that nothing is permanent. No matter how difficult a situation may seem in the moment, everything is temporary. Challenges, no matter how overwhelming they may feel, will pass. Understanding this truth allows you to build mental fortitude because it helps you develop the patience and resilience needed to weather any storm. Even when life seems to be against you, remember that perseverance through the tough times will always bring you closer to your ultimate goal. The beauty of adversity is that it teaches you to tap into reserves of strength you didn't even know you had. You might be surprised at how much you can endure and overcome when you stop allowing fear and doubt to control you. Often, the hardest part of adversity is the fear of failure or the fear of not being good enough. But the most mentally strong individuals embrace failure as a natural part of the process. They don't let fear stop them. Instead, they use it as fuel to drive them forward, knowing that failure is not the opposite of success, but a necessary part of achieving it. By embracing adversity and viewing it as a tool for growth, you shift your perspective. You start seeing challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. When you stop running from discomfort and instead face it head on, you strengthen your ability to handle even greater challenges down the road. And as you continue to embrace life's inevitable struggles, you realize that the strength you gain from adversity is what makes you unshakable in the face of anything life throws your way. Mastering your mind is at the heart of developing mental strength. It's easy to focus on physical abilities, achievements, or external circumstances, but real power lies in how you control your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Your mind is the foundation for everything you do. It dictates how you perceive the world and how you respond to the challenges you face. If you can master your mind, you can conquer any obstacle. But this takes discipline, self-awareness, and the willingness to challenge your own thinking. Many people let their emotions dictate their decisions. They react based on feelings of fear, anger, sadness, or frustration, allowing their mental state to control their actions. However, true mental strength isn't about ignoring your emotions, it's about learning to control them so they don't control you. It's about recognizing when negative thoughts or emotions arise and instead of allowing them to take over, choosing to take charge of your mindset. This requires practice. You need to train yourself to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Whenever you find yourself thinking negatively, you must consciously reframe your thoughts, focusing on solutions and the potential for growth instead of dwelling on the problem. Negative self-talk is one of the biggest enemies of mental strength. We all have an inner voice that either supports or criticizes us. If you constantly listen to the voice that tells you that you're not good enough, that you're going to fail, or that you're not capable, you will start to believe those things as truths. But mental strength comes from understanding that these thoughts are not facts, they are simply patterns of thinking that can be changed. By consciously challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with more constructive, positive ones, you begin to reprogram your mind for success. You start to believe in your own potential, regardless of external circumstances or past failures. It's important to recognize that the mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be a dangerous one if not kept in check. If you allow your mind to focus only on what you don't have, what you haven't achieved, or what went wrong, it will create a cycle of negativity that will hold you back. Mental strength requires you to shift your focus toward gratitude, progress, and possibility. Even in the face of hardship, the strongest people learn how to focus on what's going right, what they can control, and the opportunities in front of them. They choose to see the positive in every situation, even when things aren't going perfectly. Another essential aspect of mastering your mind is understanding that you have the power to change your perception of any situation. Two people can experience the same event, but one might see it as a devastating failure while the other sees it as a valuable lesson. Mental strength comes from the ability to choose how you respond to life's events. You are in control of how you interpret the challenges you face. Instead of succumbing to self-pity or frustration, you can choose to see every challenge as a stepping stone toward your greater purpose. This mindset shift allows you to maintain your composure, stay focused on your goals, and keep pushing forward even when things get tough. In order to master your mind, it's not just about managing emotions and thoughts, but also about building habits that promote mental clarity and focus. Practices such as meditation, journaling, or mindfulness can help you stay centered and aware of your thoughts. When you train your mind to focus on the present moment, you gain greater control over your thoughts and feelings. It's in these moments of clarity that you realize just how much power you have over your own mindset. Developing mental strength, then, is not a quick fix, but a continuous process of training, adjusting, and choosing to build a mindset that works for you, not against you. Through conscious effort and consistent practice, you can learn to master your mind and transform it into your greatest ally. Resilience is often the true measure of mental strength. It's not about being immune to difficulties or challenges. It's about your ability to recover and keep moving forward in the face of adversity. Every person faces obstacles, but what sets the mentally strong apart is their ability to bounce back. Resilience doesn't mean you're unbreakable. It means that even when you're knocked down, you find the strength to rise again, time and time again. Life will throw obstacles your way, and sometimes those obstacles will feel insurmountable. However, your ability to stay strong, stay focused, and keep going even when you don't feel like it is what will ultimately determine your success and growth. When we face hardships, it's easy to get stuck in a mindset of defeat, to believe that things will never get better or that we're somehow powerless in our situations. But resilience teaches us that hardship is temporary and that the power to overcome it lies within us. The mentally strong don't dwell on their misfortunes. Instead, they focus on how to move forward. This doesn't mean ignoring the pain or pretending that things aren't difficult. It means accepting the reality of the situation, processing the emotions that come with it, and then deciding that you will not let it define you. Every setback, every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and those who possess resilience understand that the pain they feel today is the foundation of their strength tomorrow. The key to resilience is perspective. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to fall into a victim mentality, thinking that you are helpless in the face of life's challenges. But the mentally strong don't see themselves as victims, they see themselves as survivors and fighters. They understand that no one is immune to life's difficulties, but how they respond to those difficulties is what truly matters. Instead of allowing setbacks to determine their fate, resilient people take action, find solutions, and move forward. They know that they have the ability to adapt, to learn, and to grow stronger as a result of their experiences. Resilience, at its core, is the ability to change the way you view adversity, not as an end, but as a beginning. It's also important to recognize that resilience is built over time. It's not something that happens overnight. The more you face adversity and learn to bounce back, the more resilient you become. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Each time you get knocked down and get back up, you're strengthening your ability to handle whatever challenges come your way. The key is not to be discouraged by failures or setbacks, but to see them as stepping stones on the path to greater resilience. With every trial you face, you become more adept at handling the next one, and you develop a deeper understanding of your own strength. Building resilience requires a mindset shift, a conscious decision to embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth. Instead of feeling defeated by obstacles, resilient individuals look at each challenge as a chance to test their limits, to expand their comfort zones, and to become better versions of themselves. They learn to persevere, to trust in their ability to navigate through difficult situations, and to stay focused on their long-term goals. The road to resilience is not an easy one, but it's a journey worth taking. Through every challenge, you build mental strength, you learn more about yourself, and you become more capable of handling whatever life has in store. It's the ultimate test of your inner fortitude and your commitment to growth. And each time you rise, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you ever imagined. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most critical components of becoming mentally strong. This doesn't mean taking the blame for everything that happens, but it means understanding that you are the architect of your own fate. Your choices, your actions, and how you respond to situations ultimately shape the life you live. Mental strength comes from owning your decisions and taking full responsibility for where you are in life, rather than placing blame on external circumstances or other people. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for things to change on their own and realize that you have the power to influence your own outcomes. Many people, when faced with challenges or difficulties, fall into the trap of blaming others or external forces for their situation. They think, if only I had better luck, or if only this person hadn't done that. However, those who are mentally strong understand that life doesn't happen to them, but through them. They know that even when things don't go according to plan, they can control how they react and how they move forward. It's easy to feel powerless, to feel like the world is working against you, but mental strength is about accepting that life isn't always fair, and sometimes things will happen that are beyond your control. However, what you can always control is your attitude, your response, and your willingness to adapt to the circumstances. Taking responsibility for your life also means acknowledging that your past actions, even the mistakes, have led you to where you are today. Rather than trying to erase or deny past decisions, mentally strong individuals face them head on. They reflect on their mistakes, learn from them, and use those lessons to make better choices moving forward. This is a critical step toward personal growth. When you own your decisions, both good and bad, you free yourself from the constraints of regret. You can't change the past, but you can always learn from it and apply those lessons to create a better future. It's about realizing that the power to change your life lies within you, not in the hands of others or in external circumstances. One of the greatest forms of mental strength is learning to stop making excuses. Excuses are a form of self-deception that keep you trapped in a cycle of inaction. They allow you to justify why you can't do something or why you haven't achieved your goals yet. But when you take full responsibility for your life, you stop making excuses. You acknowledge the truth that you are where you are because of the choices you've made, and you realize that if you want to change your circumstances, you are the only one who can do it. Taking responsibility means holding yourself accountable for your progress and recognizing that no one else is coming to save you. Success, happiness, and fulfillment are all byproducts of the decisions you make every day. When you stop waiting for something external to change and begin taking responsibility for your actions, you start moving closer to the life you want. Mental strength comes from the deep understanding that you have control over your own life. While you cannot always control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond. When you embrace responsibility, you stop being a passive participant in your own life. You become active in creating the life you desire, choosing how you approach every challenge, and deciding what kind of person you want to be. It's empowering to recognize that you are the one who holds the keys to your success and happiness. No one else has that power unless you give it to them. When you take full responsibility for your life, you take control of your future. You stop waiting for permission or for things to get better on their own and start making decisions that will move you closer to your goals. Taking responsibility may not always be easy, but it is the most powerful step you can take in building mental strength and achieving the life you truly want. And consistency and discipline are at the core of developing mental strength, yet they are often overlooked in favor of seeking immediate results or quick fixes. Mental strength is not something that is built overnight. It is the product of continuous, everyday actions that reinforce your ability to handle adversity, control your emotions, and stay focused on your long-term goals. The mentally strong understand that the path to success, growth, and resilience is a journey, not a destination. It is the result of consistently showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when you face setbacks or moments of doubt. One of the most important aspects of consistency is creating habits that support your mental growth. Strong habits are the building blocks of a mentally strong individual. Whether it's waking up early to exercise, taking time to reflect through journaling, or investing in continuous learning, these small actions compound over time to produce lasting results. When you commit to daily actions that align with your values and goals, you create a sense of structure and routine that strengthens your ability to endure. Over time, the discipline to keep pushing forward, even when motivation fades, becomes second nature, and you begin to see the fruits of your labor. However, consistency doesn't mean mindlessly repeating the same actions without a purpose. It's not about rigidly following a schedule or checking off tasks simply for the sake of it. It's about staying true to your vision and keeping your focus on the long-term outcome, even when the results aren't immediately visible. The process may be slow and it may be frustrating at times, but the key is to trust the process and remain consistent despite any obstacles or doubts that may arise. The more you show up for yourself day after day, the more you build mental resilience, learning to stay committed even when things get tough. Discipline plays a significant role in supporting consistency. It is the inner strength to resist distractions and temptations that might pull you away from your goals. Discipline is about making choices that prioritize your long-term well-being over immediate gratification. It means saying no to things that won't help you grow or get closer to your aspirations, even if they seem appealing in the moment. It's about having the self-control to stick with difficult tasks, to keep pushing through moments of discomfort, and to remain committed to your vision when it would be much easier to quit. Mental strength is rooted in discipline because without it, consistency becomes nearly impossible. The journey toward mental strength is not a straight line. There will be ups and downs, moments where you feel like giving up or when life presents unexpected hurdles. But the key to staying on course is understanding that the challenges you face are part of the process. Mental strength isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about facing them head on, knowing that every difficult moment is another opportunity to build resilience. Each time you choose to keep going, even when you don't feel like it, you strengthen your ability to overcome future obstacles. Discipline allows you to push past your own doubts, and consistency ensures that you keep moving forward no matter how slow the progress may seem. When you commit to consistency and discipline, you're not just building mental strength for a moment in time, you're creating a foundation that will support you through all the challenges that life will inevitably bring. It's the quiet, everyday effort that ultimately leads to breakthroughs and achievements that may seem unattainable at first. The person who consistently works toward their goals, even on the hard days, is the person who will eventually find success, not because they are luckier or more talented, but because they were disciplined enough to keep showing up. And as time passes, these habits of consistency and discipline will become ingrained in your character, making mental strength a part of who you are, not just something you have to work at. It will be an unshakable part of your foundation, guiding you through life's challenges with unwavering determination.